Welcome to the second Knight Center for International Media Multimedia Workshop for Ethical Storytelling. We're here in Grahamstown, South Africa this week with a leading team of practitioners working with 10 professors from our partner universities across Africa. We'll be teaching these professors multimedia storytelling skills that they will then return and teach to their students. Their students will then develop content for the Our City project, a project the Knight Center is hosting that deals with covering local stories about environment, poverty, and migration. The skills the professors learn this week will go a long way towards the continued development of multimedia storytelling across Africa.
I had expectations for this course to be practical, but I didn't realize it would be this practical in the sense that we were thrown into the sea with the sharks. We had to really learn how to swim by ourselves, and there were challenges. It was very, very cold, and it was rainy, and we had to film despite all of those challenges and come back and edit and meet deadlines and things. So now we know what our students feel like when we throw them into the deep end.
The beauty of the workshop is that it's hands-on. It's not all about paper. It's not about talking. It's all about do it. How do you do it?
The practical part of it, I really enjoy it because most of the time I've been attending conferences or workshops where it was more about theory. But this one got me out of the office, out of my seat to go and get things.
These are hands-on experience for me. It's not about theory. I mean, we are told the theory in class and then we had to go into the street to do it.
You don't ask your subject to look into the camera no sooner than you would ask your subject to be looking at the microphone, okay? You want to engage them with your eyes. And I like to sit fairly close to the lens. I like my subjects looking just slightly off axis, just not at the lens, but slightly off it.
We went and filmed an interview initially, and unfortunately we got feedback which was very useful. It was totally yellow when we first did it because we were still kind of familiarizing ourselves with the whole white balance thing. It's about someone who does works with an environmental NGO here in Grahamstown.
It can counter the effects of the radical destruction we have experienced on this planet so far.
Today is my important day because I learned something new. Forget about the techniques, concentration on the storytelling is very important for me, and how to deal with the different type of student in a same class. I was totally surprised to handle with these things.
To interact with fellow journalism teachers from schools which are quite different to ours, which in some cases are a lot less resourced than our school, and to figure out how they cope, how they teach journalism in some cases quite deprived environments.
I think it was particularly useful for me working with a lot of seasoned professionals because I teach television and new media, and it's great to hear from other people who've been doing it for a long time.
Behind me, our evacuees are about to mount. That man over there will not let us do our duty. Good framing. Not entirely sure about this because it just makes it a bit too flat. I mean, it gives it's kind of typography in a way, so it doesn't jar me too much. But I think we could have still done this with a bit of depth behind it.
How to say shoot video, how to collect sound is going to be very relevant to the broadcast journalism program that we're going to start very soon. We don't have the broadcast journalism at the moment, but I think that will be the key skill that I will hopefully carry over to the University of Nairobi.
Initially, it was my plan that the video is first and sound, but now I realize, yes, sound is first, then the video.
People are a lot lazier with video than they are with still photography. It takes more discipline to shoot video, compositionally. Because you're going to shoot, people think I'm going to shoot an hour and we're doing a 3-minute video. I'll have plenty of stuff. Well, an hour of crap is an hour of crap.
It is quite relevant and in fact also interesting because I teach multimedia theories, and thus I've been exposed to practical activities and also theoretical issues. And then the discussion also came up. There were so many things I learned from it. In fact, the issue about the ethical challenge pertaining to the use of new media was quite relevant.
So what you were using today, what you were debating as you're out there shooting, and questions are coming up. Do you ask him to open the car door again and walk around again? Do you engage in a conversation with the guy working on the box in the B story? Those are all great tools.
I'm going to, when I get back, I am going to transfer this knowledge to my colleagues that were not here at the workshop so that they can also know what I have been doing, so that at least we can be at the same understanding. Secondly, I'm going to transfer the skills to my students that I'm teaching. Thirdly, I'm going to be able to put it in my curriculum. And fourthly, also trying to extend it outside my School of Journalism to other broadcasting media.
We have all the equipment. We have cameras, we have edit suites. The students use Adobe Premiere, they use Final Cut. We have audio editing, all of that. So they learned all of these software, they're familiar with all of these things. But I'm going to use these skills to teach them how to tell stories using all of these multimedia techniques.
For me, being at this workshop is dream come true. This is because for the past 5 years, I think I've been applying to do multimedia workshop, and I was never invited to the workshop. So when I got the opportunity to come here, I said, this is dream come true. I've not been disappointed in what I've learned. This is what I really wanted to know about multimedia.
I want to thank you on behalf of all the participants. We want to thank the Knight International Media Center for giving us the opportunity to learn these things. In my country, there is something greater than clapping. When somebody does something that is greater than for you to clap for him, we give the person bosa. It's like an explosion. So we'll give Rich and the Knight Digital Media Center 3 bosas, like this. Bosa, bosa, bosa. Can we go? Bosa, bosa, bosa.